Tom Cruise almost starred in David Lynch's Dune. Did anyone know about this? So what do y'all think about that? This would have been really early on in his career. He just starred in Risky Business. So that was his, I guess, kind of his breakout role there. And he auditioned for Paul Atreides. This is an article by Joe Blow, who's covering the excerpts from this new book. As detailed in Max Every's oral history, a masterpiece in disarray, David Lynch's Dune, Tom Cruise could have led the sci-fi flop instead of headlining Top Gun and shooting pool with Paul Newman. According to Everett McGill, who played Fremen leader Stilgar, I have a faint recollection that Tom Cruise had some difficulty with the language during his screen test. And Sean Young, who played Chani, delivered an odd, cheap shot saying maybe they hadn't gotten him at the Scientology Celebrity Center yet, helped him with his speech. Dang! She also said that Tom wasn't on his best game. I just remember him not really having a footing. I was a little bit taller than Tom, and I think that bothered him. He didn't want to audition opposite somebody that was looking down, and that's been a problem. Jeez. Only she liked him. Sean Young has a different experience, or different recollection from everyone else. The actor played Stilgar, so that he just had difficulty with the language. He had difficulty getting into his part. So casting director, this is according to casting director Greg Campobasso, he has a different theory as to why Dune didn't work out for Tom Cruise. And he said, quote, they just felt he was too young. He wasn't famous yet, but he looked like he was 16. He was baby-faced, and I think they wanted somebody a little more mature. That was what they had said afterward. Which is kind of funny considering that Paul Atreides was 15 at the start of Dune. So it would have been accurate in that respect. But I can see why they would want someone a little older. And also because their movie takes place, well, it's supposed to be years, but obviously he's a few years older at the end by the time the story of Dune ends. So yeah, I could see them trying to bridge that gap there in regards to his age. He would still have to look youthful. He'd still have to be able to look more mature, act more mature, a delicate balance there. Not really kind words from Sean Young, though, about why it didn't work out. She thinks he couldn't get comfortable just because he was shorter than her, whereas other people recall that he couldn't get into the language. And I could see at that time, maybe different actors had different perceptions of what this role was going to be. Maybe they thought it was going to be more akin to Star Wars because that was essentially what they wanted to do. They wanted to capitalize on the success of Star Wars, and here was another space opera-ish. Vastly different, obviously, from Star Wars, but someone's initial perceptions could, or mistaken perceptions, could view it that way.